What is up, guys? It's Grimner here, and today I wanted to show you some stuff about crafting. In yesterday's video I saw some people being kind of confused about the crafting and stuff, so I decided that I should make a little quick video on how to do some basic crafts and maybe also some little bit more advanced stuff. So I will assume that you have already gotten past the quest where you unlock the crafting, which is, I think, Thunder Race tier 5 boss. I don't remember exactly, but it should be something like that. So okay, how do we craft? Well, there's of course the empowerment, which is just to change the energy level on your gear, which is important, but you probably already know about that. Then there's the enchanting, which is kind of nice only for like placeholder items. You use this more or less only like when you're under like level 85 or something on like unfinished items. Outside of that, we have the actual crafting itself. So there's a couple things that you have to remember. It's that pretty much every piece of gear that you craft, you should start probably with at least eye level 80 item, because on these items that have energy, the cap is after level 80. So if this was like level 75, the maximum energy that item can get would be lower. So try to at least get it past level 80. After that, it's level 85. I'll show you the difference. The difference is that with level 80, you can't use the restless and ominous embers, which is not very important if you're not doing like super high-end crafting, because I can show you this eye level 85. These are very expensive. I can actually show you on my wand. It's gonna be twice as expensive as it should be, but yeah, like this is normally it's 1 ominous ember, which is like 3 FE, I think, and 20 FE every try. So it's very expensive. Don't do this, at least not early on. Later on you can try it. So yeah, in general, let's say you start with a wand. Let's imagine that double damage is better. I would say start with a white base or get a blue base that has at least one good mod. So let's say has like 12% minion double damage or something like that. You can just take that wand. Even if the other mod is pretty bad, you can just go for, like, let's say you want the minion damage. And also, yeah, the difference is that if it's under 85, the maximum rolls, you can't get tier 1. So bear that in mind if you're crafting something that's like level 80 or something. When you're level 80, it's fine. You don't need it to be 85. If you have 85, it's good, of course, because then you can potentially roll better things. But outside of that, it's not too crazy. If you just get a good base, you can go for it. And then, you know, you have your embers. Each ember is for different stats. And you will need your flame sand. And the flame, I don't remember what the lowest tier is. But yeah, you need those. And every time you add a modifier to it, let's say I switch to this, you notice that it's cheaper. Now it's using the flame dust, the lowest tier of currency, only one of them. Let's say I craft minion damage on it. Okay, I got 78% minion damage, very nice, very cheap. Next stat to add is going to be 3 of these. So it gets more expensive with each stat that you add. So what that means, you really want to target the most difficult to get stats first, like minion damage, because there's a lot of affixes here that you can hit, a lot of tiers. So, you know, be careful with that. Start with those. I would say also soul burst is really important, because that's going to be minion damage, minion attack speed in this case. It depends on what item it is. Of course, if it's a helmet, if it's armor or something else, it's going to be different ones. Just check you know, you can see here, it's just 3 different mods. So your chances of hitting each one is 33%. Very easy. You can leave this as the last modifier on the item, basically. So just bear that in mind. Let's say I just roll this. Oh, I got my min. This is actually super lucky. It's insane. Okay, I got that. Let's say I want cooldown recovery. And we keep going. Okay, that's pretty bad. That's also bad. And remember that it can remove one of the previous stats. That is a thing. Just pay attention. Don't accidentally click now, you know, losing the minion damage that you got previously. Let's try to get something at least usable, so I can at least throw this wand in the auction house for at least a couple of FE maybe for someone to buy. I don't know why, but the servers are a little bit laggy right now. But yeah, this is kind of what you do. Oh my god. Okay, that's pretty lucky. Okay, so, and that's pretty much what you do. You can just keep re-rolling these. Now I can go for this. Try to get, let's say, aura effect if you use auras. Very nice as well. In general, if you are a minion build, which is a lot of people are interested in this, how to make these wands, I would say the best thing is to go for the minion damage first. Then you go for the minion movement speed, attack speed. Then it's, if you need cooldown recovery, then that. If you don't, then go for aura effect. Then minion life. Then you can finally go for minion skill, because I will show you right now. Let's leave that. Okay. To craft these, which is minion skill level, very important thing, and also double damage for this one. These are basically the stronger mods, kind of more interesting ones. You need to have already 4 affixes on the item, so it will get way more expensive. So you have to figure out how to do this. If you really want to make it cheaper and 100% know that you're not going to spend like hundreds of FE just trying to hit this modifier, like a good roll, you can also try to buy a base that is only with 1 or 2 stats, but it already has this. So you are basically removing the need to roll this mod later. So it's going to be cheaper overall, but the base is probably going to cost you more. So that's pretty much it in terms of that. There's the ominous and restless embers. That is something that you really should only do past like level 90 or something, you know, when you have a lot of currency already and you kind of know what to do. So I'm not even gonna explain about these because that's too advanced, and if you are that advanced you will already know what you're doing. And then there's the truth embers, that just re-rolls the values within the tier of that modifier. So if it's just like you hit tier 1, let's say it was 25%, you can just use these to roll it higher, maybe lower or the same, but still you can re-roll them. And that's that. Outside of all that, I think there is, the next video is probably going to be something about farming currency, because I'm being pretty efficient in that. I've made a lot in these days, so I think I can show you pretty good examples. What else? This is also a thing. You can use these to basically re-roll all the modifiers on the item. Just if you have played Path of Exile, that's like a chaos orb. It just randomizes all the affixes. So that's just, you can do that, you know, just maybe you get lucky. It's kind of like dropping an item on the ground with the same amount of affixes on the item. So yeah, that's kind of what that is. Yeah, I think that is pretty much it. It's actually very simple. It's just that, you know, there's quite a lot of RNG involved, but you also can control what kind of modifiers you're hitting. In the end, you can also use the fossils but that is also something that is very much for the very initiated, and it's pretty expensive to use them. These ones are like 0.5 FE, I think, and these ones are like 20 FE each. So yeah, don't get too crazy on those for now. Yeah, and yeah, I have crafted pretty much every, not pretty much, I have actually crafted every non-legendary piece on my items, and they're pretty good. Of course, if you have any questions about this basic crafting, please let me know in the comments. I'll try to help you out. I always read all of the comments. So yeah, just let me know, and I will see you on the next one, boys. Bye.